What's the next step for this defense?
Win the championship, man. Going out there, just proving it to ourselves. I think you take it week by week, day by day, and go out there and get better. I think that's the biggest thing for us, going out there and laying those bricks on top of each other. And just making sure that, we're the best unit that we can be. We hold ourselves to a certain standard and going out there and doing it every single day. Whether you're tired or not, everybody's going through some shit. Everybody's got some things, everybody's got some things going on, but you got to make sure you go out there every single day and get your job done. So I think that's the biggest thing on our defense, just making sure everybody's locked in every day and making sure everybody wants to do their thing.
One more question, I'm sorry. What did you all learn about yourselves during last year's run? What did that reveal about?
First, that we're resilient, and we got a lot of guys who went back into the corner ready to fight. It means a lot, especially to me. I've been around the game for a minute, won, I've lost, but I've seen that face on people when it's time to give up. We never saw that with this team, and with this unit. Things always weren't pretty for us. Things weren't great the way we wanted to. It wasn't ideal situations, but everybody went out there and we knew everybody was going to do their 111 to get the job done. And that's huge. I can look to my brother to my left and my right and know that I can count on him. That means the world to me.
Joe, last year at the end of the season, talked about how this is our standard. This is our new standard. Our expectation is to be there every year. How are you as a defense and one of the leaders of the defense going to embrace that?
That's the standard, and we feel like last year's our base, and we want to get back there. We feel like we got a really, really good team, a really good just a group of guys around this locker room that really care about winning. They're going to scratch, they're going to claw, do whatever you got to do to win. And that's the way we want it. You want to go out there, you want to iron sharpen iron every day in camp, and then get out there and know that you're expected to win. Nobody expected us to win anything last year, but we did. In the locker room, around the world, like we did, as far as every guy believing in yourself. So it's just what you have. You create a culture, and you just keep building on that culture. And anybody who comes in, they got to step in line with the culture. They'll get left.
How does Marion Hobby press the right buttons with you guys?
Oh man, he hates freshmen and rookies. So I've known him for a long time, but he's a teacher, man. Coach Hobby's a teacher, and that's just what he does. From the time I was with him at Clemson, he knows how to push those right buttons to get the most out of you. He's not going to ask you to do something that he didn't teach you how to do. And he does a good job of letting you be a player. He doesn't teach you to be a robot. He teaches you to go out there and be a player and do what you do well.
How has the culture, that standard that you guys have set, impacted, you think, the young guys? Because I'm sure the culture's changed over the past couple of years.
Yeah, I think those guys are competitive, though. I think those guys came from winning programs where it's scrappy and it is what it is, and that's just kind of how you want it to be. You want it to be scrappy, you want to be chippy at practice, guys rocking back and forth, and that's the big on standard-wise because it's competing. And when we get outside those white lines, we come in here, we're all a family. We can get out there and everybody can bicker back and forth or get on each other's ass, but when we go out together, it's us against them, and that's the way you want it to be. You want it to be so close-knit that you fighting with your brother against another team. Yeah, you can fight with your brother every day at practice, fight against him every single day, beat him up. When you go out there against somebody on Sundays, it's one unit. Everybody's one unit. Everybody's trying to get one goal accomplished.
Over the last 2 years, most of the defensive line has changed. How important was Sam been on the field and also off the field and building the group and what it is?
He's a rock. He's a leader, man. He knows everything. He's from here, so it's easy to get connections and talk about from the standpoint of taking care of your body. Sam knows the chefs, the massage therapists, everything you need in the city. And then, he's just a hard-nosed player. You don't really find guys like him anymore, so unselfish about what he gets done, and just really the belief in himself. I feel like he's kind of been in the shadows of a lot of people his entire career going back to college, and we appreciate him. We love him to death. He's the man in our room, and all the young guys look up to him. He knows everything in the defense, and so it's special. He's a really special player and a very unique player at that position.
It seems like once you get past the starting four, that it's wide open to what that snap look is going to. I know it's not your decision, but how interested are you to see how that plays out?
Oh man, it's fun. It's fun watching those guys compete. And all of them are out there doing the thing. They're out there doing a good job. it's really, really fun to watch. Young guys coming along, and especially we got a lot of guys in year 1 and 2 that are really stringing along. We got like a Swiss Army knife from Waterboy Cam, and Zach and all those guys just coming along and being together. So it's fun. I can't wait to watch the rest of them play out the camp. We just got the pads on, so guys will start to get sore sooner or later. So we'll see what they're about.
What makes him waterboard?
Yeah,
He's from the Atlanta area. If you know anything about the Atlanta area, there's a bunch of water boys out there. Shout out to the water boys, man. They out there hustling, getting their thing done. So I call him Waterboy Cam. That's his name for me.
So I know you played right away in Houston, but was there a year where your snap share really spiked, where you went from kind of the role guy to?
Yeah, and I think the first year I was a role guy. I really only got in there because JJ ended up getting hurt. And, played a lot outside of the 5. And then year 2 kind of went up without Vince being there anymore, and I was really in that nose spot there to start. And so I think it's a lot. It's a player load that you notice, but you don't notice when you're so into the game. You're out there playing, you're just banging things around. You don't really notice it. So.
You talk to BJ at all about that? I mean, the assumption is with Larry going,
he'll be all right.
Yeah.
BJ will be okay. And I think he's excited about what his role is and what he gets to get done. We believe in him. We're super happy that he's here with us and what he can do. We're super excited to see this year with him having all those snaps what's going to go on.
What do you like the most about Zach Carter?
His eagerness to learn. He's competitive. He don't bitch and complain. He don't whine. That's all you can really ask for a rookie. On the field stuff, you can see that at Florida. He's twitchy with his hands, things like that. Like the main part of character. You can tell he's a high character guy, and I appreciate it.
DJ, you had a chance last year to shut down Patrick Mahomes, not once but twice, especially in the playoffs in the second half. How much do you enjoy facing a quarterback like him again this year? Tom Brady, Josh Allen, all of those quarterbacks. How much do you guys embrace that challenge?
It's just another challenge. It's just another guy out there. We're aware of who's out there and how dangerous they are. I respect all the quarterbacks in this league, but as far as me, I don't really think about them too much. It's not something I can really control. Every team's got a guy with some arm talent. It's really about what we do as a defense. We really focus on what we do and what we do. We got to cover the guys if you can. If nobody's open, you can't throw it to them. If they can't run the ball, then you get our thing. So it's not really a position I focus on as much.